Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio 96.7, Saturday mornings. This is Voice for Veterans and the rest of us who say we support veterans too. News, commentary, information, education, music, and entertainment. New just for you, 96.7. Now, you've heard the rest. Stay tuned for the best. Rise and shine to Sunshine Radio and stay with us all day long. All right. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Saturday morning. I want to say thank you for tuning in here, and thank you for tuning in around the world. This is WVTOnlineradio.com, Keith's Falls to the Beach. And of course, this is 96.7 Sunshine Radio, right here in the Tampa Bay. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. And if you're tuned in, take a brief moment, call a friend, tell them to tune in with you. Call a friend, tell them to tune in with you. We're going to build this audience one person at a time. And again, Joe Bardo, we appreciate all you're doing and the team that's there. And we want to say we're with you. And we want to continue on. I'm telling everybody, if you're listening to me, stay on all day long. There's a lot of great programming that you will enjoy if you're tuned in, of course, to 96.7 FM right here in St. Petersburg and, of course, the Tampa Bay area. We are number one in the state of Florida. We got the number one beach, Clearwater Beach, right here up the street. We got the number one football team in the world. Of course, we got the number one Stanley Cup. They even play better, and better hockey right here in the Sunshine State than they do in some of them cold areas, because we got the gold. We do the best. We got a young lady that we want to give a shout out to. She just won I think it's the rifling shooting championship. She's military. I'll do a whole story on her next week. And she is a winner. Outshot everybody. Military girl. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on the Tampa base. And of course, right here in St. Petersburg, they got a couple of canvases out that I want you to pay attention to. They got a Christmas in the summer. It's a group of kids out here trying their best to raise money to help other children. I want you to pay attention and stay with that one. If you see them on the street, support them. Christmas time in the summer, right here at St. Petersburg. And don't forget, we got a lot of other activities coming up. I want you to tune in to WVET. Go to where the shows are coming, the events are coming, and see what you can find that you can enjoy. We just met with some people out of town who wanted to thank us for all we did for the Renaissance Festival, which comes back every year, and we're always a great supporter. Somebody was out there, said that they enjoyed it. Veterans showed up, and we want to thank them for coming out. Now, I'm going to continue for where I left off on Thursday with our program that's Choose VA. I love that. Choose VA. And we've explored the services and benefits that, of course, help veterans thrive. We've already done disability, education training, careers and employment, healthcare, and housing assistance. Now I'm getting ready to go on with life insurance. We know that there's several different life insurance companies. Those companies range from everybody who do cars and don't do cars, do housing and don't do housing, life insurance, dental insurance, all kinds of insurance. But you got to remember one thing. If you're a veteran, you can get insurance through the VA. VA provides life insurance coverage to eligible veterans and their families. And you can learn more about them, eligibility, and apply for coverage. Learn about it. That's another one at Choose VA. And of course, you can contact your local VA right here in St. Pete. They will guide you with that. Of course, our biggest local VA is, of course, there at Bay Pines. And if you're anywhere near the Bay Pines area, go into the VA office there. There's another one in Clearwater, and there's a separate one downtown St. Pete on First Avenue North. I happen to know the address because I live down the street, 501 First Avenue North. Go in there, talk to your VA, and they will guide you as to how to get your insurance. Now, remember that insurance is for many reasons. You got an automobile, you have to have insurance, or they'll give you a ticket and take your tag and all that. Automobile insurance. If you're coming back now from overseas. There are plenty of good automobile insurance companies that the VA will direct you to. Please go back and find them. Now, when it comes to life insurance and your medical insurance, please stop at the VA first. Let them guide you. You may be able to go to USAA. I'll say that clearly. They advertise themselves as totally supporting our military and our veterans, and we say thank you to them. But there are a lot of other insurance companies that have deals to work with us. So please take the time to go look at it. Some of the people who really promote that more than anybody else is our great friends, and of course, at Wounded Warriors. Wounded Warriors Project, findthem.com. We're doing a lot more to support the Wounded Warriors because they've stepped up to the plate and they're supporting radio, they're supporting print, and they really are doing things on a local basis in this community. They recently had a large event out there at Clearwater, and they brought in all of the Wounded Warriors and our friend who we did the tractor wheelchair so he could go hunting. He was one of the people that was there showing off his equipment and thanking Wounded Warriors for their support. I do want to give a shout out, of course, to all of our VFWs, American Legions, AMVETS. And you know we take care of all of our Coast Guard, wherever they are. We know how important they are. If they need to just open up a VSO for Coast Guard, because there's a bunch of them, and sometimes they get left out. And of course, American Veterans Alliance, Society for Hispanic Veterans, and our friends at the U.S. and Latin Veterans Support Embassy. These are all VSOs, you know, and these American Legions and all of the VSOs are an integral part of our system. They're there to pick up the ball, where sometimes maybe the VA administration is not aware of the problem or can't handle it in the area. You can always use your VSOs to get there. USO is a VSO. You know, it's a veteran service organization. We don't hear about them much more since Bob Hope quit doing the tours, and they need to bring it back. I understand that WWF picked it up, and they did some for a while. I hope that they will continue to go back and service those military families with entertainment and being able to explain to them that we care, and it makes a difference to everybody. Life insurance. We have a couple of life insurance companies that we could recommend, so I want you to call in, WVET, and we will tell you a couple of those that have stepped up to the plate. Now, let's move on to burials and memorials. Our program is Burial with Dignity. Burial with Dignity, and we have our friends over there at Lincoln and my buddy, of course, Peter Gooden. He's there to help. When you call us, we'll let you know that Peter Gooden will be there to help guide you. He's been a gentleman and a scholar. He knows the industry, and he's welcome any help that he can give. He's a volunteer and has stepped up to the plate. Burials and memorials. The VA offers burial services to veterans, their spouses, and dependents at no charge. Apply, of course, at the VA for the benefits. Look at it, see how it benefits you. With those new soldiers just now coming back, we especially want you to look at that part of your benefit package, the burials and memorials. These are things that you can't replace. You get them once, and they stay with you for life. Look, times are changing. A lot of things that you get now won't be available later. So if you get it now, the availability won't matter. We're going to say thank you for listening. And we got a couple of more subjects to go over, but I wanted to touch on burials and memorials. Check us out with burialwithdignity.org. Burialwithdignity.org. And you'll find all you need to know in support of the VA that comes through the American Veterans Alliance organization. And again, thank you for tuning in on this one. It's beautiful out here in St. Pete, and I've been hearing about all the hot weather somewhere else and the cold weather somewhere else, but we got it perfect. We're in paradise. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The VA is wide-reaching. It's not just the veterans themselves. It's their families, children, anybody who was affected by their service.
It's really easy. People think it's hard to use the GI Bill in school, and it's not.
It's an earned benefit. That means because of your honorable service, you're eligible to be buried in one of the 131 national cemeteries that we have here in the United States, Puerto Rico, and in Hawaii.
I feel life insurance is one of the most important financial tools you can have.
Most loans require you to put a certain percentage down. Because of my service, that was my down payment.
Vocational rehabilitation is a program for veterans who have a certain percentage disability, and it's to train you to go back to work.
My dad is a recipient of a VA pension benefit to help with his health needs.
They helped me fill out the paperwork to get service connected, and once I got service connected, then my care is free.
The VA and the VA hospital system are among some of the best in the world.
Honestly, the VA saved my life, and they care.
Oh, well, thank you for taking that little break with us. Glad you're back. This part of the program is going to be dedicated to all of those who understand the word pensions. You know, a pension was directly connected to the gold watch and 50 years of service. That no longer exists. There are pension plans that are designed for entrepreneurs. There are pension plans designed for being available to you outside the one job, because the one job is not going to be the way most people go. So the VA provides pensions to eligible veterans and their survivors. Of course, I want you to learn more about the eligibility and apply for VA pension benefits right here with Choose VA. They have gone out of their way to streamline a lot of things that make a difference. And pensions happen to be one of them. I know that that's a subject that most people just don't pay attention, because what they're doing is they're trying to figure out what comes next. The veterans pension is available. You can fill it out online and bring it to the VA. And the code is 527EZ on your VA benefits office when you download it. Don't forget, 21-527EZ right here at your benefits office. VA, go online, look it up. There is a survivor's pension. You can print it out and bring it in. That's 21-534EZ to your nearest VA benefits office. Special monthly pension for veterans. There is a special form for that one. Again, 21-2680, and fill it out, and you can bring it in to your nearest benefits office, and it will make a difference on how fast you get everything turned around for you. We want you to know that if you're looking at a pension and you're looking at making sure you have money when retirement comes, please give the VA, if you're a veteran, a chance to give you the best offer. Of course, if you run into an independent company who can provide you a better rate or more services, that's the American way. We do democracy. We do the American way. Everybody gets a chance to offer their services in their business. And we know that that's very important. A VA pension may provide income to make life more secure for veterans, and the pension is a needs-based benefit. Needs-based benefit. I like those words. It means that you can design yours that will work for you and your family. For wartime veterans with limited or no income, or older veterans who have a permanent and total non-service connected disability, there's a pension for you. Veterans who establish eligibility for a basic pension but are a housebound or an attendance of other persons in order to perform activities of a daily living, we provide pensions especially for that. So I'm telling you that all of the stuff that we're looking at comes out of course, Choose VA. All of these pension plans can be downloaded, and each one that fits you, fill out the form, bring it back, of course, to one of your benefit locations, and they will go ahead and speed up your service requirement information back to you. The VA process, application process, select the type of pension claim and gather the evidence that it requires. Read the application, go pull together all your paperwork, and move directly from there. Collect military and medical and other records. If you don't have your DD 214, you don't have a copy of your hospital records, and it's a family member, go to the VA, get them all, make sure you have access to them, not just tell them to go look for them themselves. Gather any private medical records. Again, keep your medical records in one location. And once you get them, be sure to take a minute. If it's just a box, put it in that box, label what it is, make a note on it, get you some stickies, make a note on it so that you recognize again, maybe it's a year, 2 years later, that you have to go to that medical records when you got it and what it was for. Okay? Certify that there is no more evidence. A lot of people don't understand that. What that means is everything you have is all you have. You have anything else that you don't have, you can say that. Hi, this is all the materials I have listed for them. If it's something missing, then they can help you get it. Submit your application. I always say, a lot of people will say, oh, you can put it in the mail. Don't, unless you have to. Find the local VA benefits related office nearest you, hand deliver it. Because if there's certain questions, you can answer them. If there are no questions, you can say, I gave this to Sergeant so-and-so. Okay, if something happens to me, I gave this to Sergeant so-and-so. So that's how I'm going to recommend that we all create this. Eligibility is a word that if you know you serve and you know you got out one way or the other and you're a veteran, make sure you have your eligibility registered. And that's what a DD 214 does. A lot of times they will fall through the cracks. Get yours, make sure you send it in, have it every time with any application that you provide. That's one document that you really need to make sure is there. And guess what? It will make the biggest difference in how you're treated and how fast your pension information is locked in, and you have all of the stuff necessary to make everybody happy with your pension plan. Number two, pension plan means that you have taken responsibility for the family. Very important that you let people know in your family or another person that you really trust what your plans are. When you do that, you've given yourself the best way to go. Again, I'm going to repeat all of the different services that come under, of course, Choose VA, so that you don't forget before we go to the last one. Burial and memorials, I recommend all the time. Career and employment, disability, education, and training. And we're going to add one, family members. Family members become important when it comes to some of the benefits that you receive as a veteran. So don't forget to tell your family members what their options are, list the stuff on all the applications, and make sure you have all of their information available so that the family members really do get a benefit out of it. Health care, housing assistance, life insurance, and pensions. We are going on to the next one. But right now, I want you to remember that you're in tune to 96.7 FM. And 96.7 FM means, guess what? You got the best in radio right here in St. Pete. And of course, Tampa Bay area. But we're online everywhere. This is 96.7 FM locally. Put it up on 96.7 St. Petersburg. And you can listen to it online anywhere you can listen to online. That means if you're listening to me in Chicago and New York, Atlanta, the Great Carolinas, Virginia, LA, San Francisco, Dallas, St. Louis, and Minot, North Dakota. We don't care where you are in the United States. Tune in to Sunshine Radio and give yourself a lift. When you wake up, you will enjoy it. All righty. Now I'm down to the one I wanted to talk to all of you all about, which is our family members. When you go to choose VA, they're going to have one section just for family members. The VA offers benefits to spouses, dependents, and all family members, and survival, of course, of the surviving members who are now veterans and have been vetted. You now have the Veteran Administration on your side. For many, many years, I traveled the country with my father, who was a veteran. He was EEO director for the Southeast region, going all the way from Fort Campbell to Jacksonville. And as he did his job, he found out that a lot of the family members were not aware of the potential benefits they had. Not only did the VA not know that they weren't aware, but the VA at that time just waited on the information from the veteran. Now the VA has stood up and put together a whole program to make sure that the family members of our veterans can be properly treated, properly taken care of, and especially those young ladies who came out of the military. So you got to remember, in the military used to be men. Now we got 19% of them are women, and a woman comes out and she says family members. A lot of times they say, uh-oh, because they don't want her to be the breadwinner and she takes care of the husband, which is not the case. But the system is set up based on men and women being taken care of. So check it out. Make sure that the benefit that's for the woman and has to be shared with the man in the family is properly laid out in all of their forms that they're doing. It has become one of those questions that I can stand up and say that the VA is solving every day. They go out and look, they ask for the members of the family. Are you a family member of a vetted veteran? Yes. When you say yes, they offer it to you. Here are some of the things that you need to know that are benefits for you. It has made a world of difference in the community of our veteran families. All of them respect this, and we want to help make sure that people do understand what this means. Please, if you're a family member and you're the daughter, son, niece, nephew, cousin, find out what's available to you. Because a lot of these kids are going to college now and will need some of this little bit of a help when it comes to some of the medical and other things that they need done right now, right then, and forever. All right. All right. Now, again, let's touch bases on two things that right now are important: burials and memorials. And again, don't forget to check into your life insurance. How much do you need? How is it scheduled? And make sure that they take care of you as a veteran. If they don't say we support vets too, go to another company. We're looking for that slogan to go worldwide for those companies who support veterans so that you recognize it in their emails, in their packaging, in their stores, in their retail outfits, in their warehouses. It has to say somewhere on that wall, we support vets too. If you can get that, then that means that's a company that we looked at, that said yes, and don't mind us getting the word out so that we can be the ones to say, oh yes, that company supports vets too. And I got that from our St. Pete Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to stick it up on their wall. And I know that right here, of course, at 96.7, they can stand up and say, we support vets too, because they have our program on their station. Again, you're listening to Keith, the boss of the beach, and this is Voice for Veterans. We want to thank everybody for listening this Saturday morning. And don't forget, you can tune in to us. Of course, next Thursday, 12:30. We're always on just to give you more information and add some more great music to your listening day. And I know the next program that you're going to be listening to is probably musical, but we're going out with one of our great songs that we promote. Locally, we do the best. Thank you, and join in next week.
Hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind. Things are gonna change. I hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind. Things are gonna change. Came on so fast, never had a chance. Something I can't grasp, 'cause you didn't want me to, you didn't want to. Well, is it in the past? A memory in the hourglass is running out of sand. I hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind. Things are gonna change. I hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind. Things are gonna change. I can't go on. This is too strong. It's killing me. How can you breathe? Comes from inside. Wound up too tight. Loosen the straps and try to relax and just sit back. And I will sing you a lullaby one last time before I say goodbye. Trying to say every word I play with your night ending. Hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind. Things are gonna change. I hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind. Things are gonna change. I hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind. Things are gonna change. I hear it in the wind. I hear it in the wind.
You got it, and I got it too. This is Voice for Veterans. We made this especially for you, and we want you to tune in anywhere you're listening. The Voice for Veterans is talk, entertainment, music, and pure understanding with education added. Voice for Veterans, of course, WVETOnlineradio.com. American Veterans Alliance, WVETOnlineradio.com. Rise and Shine to Sunshine Radio 96.7, Saturday mornings. This is Voice for Veterans and the rest of us who say we support veterans too. News, commentary, information, education, music, and entertainment. New just for you, 96.7. Now, you've heard the rest. Stay tuned for the best. Rise and Shine to Sunshine Radio and stay with us all day long.